Welcome back into Local and Community Issues and Answers. I'm Jonathan Lawson. Today's special guest is Deputy Gilbert ACCIARDO, and it's so good to be with you, Mr. ACCIARDO. How you doing?
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting the Sheriff's Department to be here. You know, we're very community service oriented, and you know, we want the people to know what we're doing. We want the people to know things that they can do to help us, to make us better. And you know, law enforcement is not just the police officers take care of business. It's a team effort.
Right.
Everybody working together, and that's what we that's going to be our focus, and we're going to continue to do that for the next 4 or more years in this area.
Very good. And you know, I was sitting here thinking while we was talking, every day this man puts his life on the line to protect our lives. And you know, I commend your work. I compliment you so much for the works that you're doing, the Sheriff's Department and Sheriff and everybody, because now is the time that we work together to eliminate some things that's going on in our community. And one of the biggest issues I can think of right now is still drugs.
Right. You know, when the sheriff ran for election, and this was his first shot at it, and he's a retired state trooper, that was one of his main focuses, is I'm going to work on the drug problem in Laurel County.
Right.
And you know, so oftentimes people run for elected office and they make all kinds of promises and they don't follow through with those. Well, I can tell you that the sheriff that's his main focus. It was when he ran for election. It still is his main focus right now, and he is working on the problem even as we speak. And it's such a widespread problem, not just in Laurel County, but throughout the state. And the good thing about what's going on here in Laurel County is that we have such good personnel that work for us.
Right. And
they know their business, and they're very good at it. And they're going to work on the drug problem and continue to work on the drug problem.
Yes, and I've already seen many results, and you know, a lot of people has. What are more ways that we as the community can get involved with the Sheriff's Department to help eliminate this?
Right. Well, first of all, I want the public to understand that every county has problems.
Right.
And it's true that Laurel County is #1 now in the number of meth labs that have been destroyed. However, I'd like to attribute some of that to our excellent law enforcement, not just the Sheriff's Department, but law enforcement in general in Laurel County. I think we're on top of the situation here.
It's very good. And
I think we really work on it very aggressively, and I think that's why the numbers are up there, because I don't want the public to think that, you know, Laurel County is this terrible place to live, because it's not.
Right.
It's a great place to live. There's wonderful people here, and it's a wonderful county to live in. It's just that we do have some drug problems here, and we are addressing those drug problems.
And you know, that's so good, because they are on their job. Laurel County needs a great Sheriff's Department like we've got, and they're out working every day, every night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They're up doing something to help benefit this community that we live in. And you know, there's so many things that's going on, so many issues. You know, I was talking with you earlier about how better ways that we can protect ourselves.
Right. Well, you know, I think everybody wants to help out.
Right.
We have a Facebook page that we update quite frequently with the things that we're doing in Laurel County, and you would not believe the number of hits that we have on that page every single day, every time we put a story on there. And there's lots of things that people can do to help us. You know, it's a teamwork effort.
Right.
And I really think that's why we are so successful in Laurel County, is that we are getting great help from the public. You know, here are some things that the public can do. And
right.
This is going to be a list, and it's not all inclusive, but these are things that people can do to help us. #1, don't assume that we know that somebody next door to you is selling drugs, because there are so many, and they crop up overnight sometimes, that don't assume that we know, because sometimes we don't. Oftentimes we don't know.
Right.
We get tips every single day. People call me, people call some of the other officers that they know personally. They'll call the sheriff. They'll come by and see the sheriff. But we need the tips. We need the information.
Right.
And it might just be a suspicion. I mean, especially as it relates to meth, and probably meth is one of our main problems here in Laurel County. Probably a lot of people don't know a lot about, you know, the meth scene. And what we would encourage the public is if there's unusual activity at your neighbor's house. I mean, you know your neighbor better than anybody probably does. And if there's traffic that comes in and it stays just for a couple of minutes and then it goes back out and it's in and out, there's something going on at that residence.
Exactly.
And with meth, you're not going to see them packing out a bag or anything. They're going to stick it down in their pocket. So if they go in with nothing, they come out with nothing. They're just there for a few minutes. They're buying meth probably.
Right.
Also, if these people are actually cooking meth, making meth, we call it cooking meth. They're actually cooking meth at their residence, which